Hi everybody, it's Rob here from 4 Words, and today I want to speak to you about doing mistakes in English. No, making mistakes in English.
4 Words.
Now, one thing that might be holding you back in your English speaking is thinking that making mistakes is a big problem. But the truth is, your only mistake is in thinking that making mistakes is a problem, because it's not. So why are you afraid of making mistakes in English? Perhaps it's one of these 3 things. Looking stupid in front of other people, thinking that other people think that you are stupid. Being misunderstood. Maybe you said something and you think you made a mistake, you said it the wrong way, and people don't understand, or they understand a different thing. Or not having the vocabulary, not having the words that you need to use to explain what you need to explain. I will go through each of these things in turn to show you that you don't need to worry.
I will look stupid.
Will you? Really? When you are the one speaking a second language, you are the one using so much extra brain power just to be involved in this conversation. If you're speaking with a native English speaker, they know it, and they respect you and admire you and possibly are a little bit jealous of you for it. I know this for a fact because this is how I feel when I speak with international people from all over the world, speaking their second language in a conversation, them doing all of the heavy work, while I just breeze along in my native English, the language I speak at home, the language I speak out on the street, the language I use every day. It's so easy for me. And I really respect someone who can hold a conversation in a second language. Small mistakes or not, still, I have respect.
They won't understand me.
Naturally, this is a worry because the most important thing about communication is being understood. But think about it. Most small mistakes can still be understood, like irregular verbs. If someone says, I buyed something and not I bought something, of course, anyone will understand. Or mistakes with tenses. For example, I work here for 10 years should really be I have been working here for 10 years, but anybody will understand what you mean. Okay, you've not used the right tense, but the meaning through the context of the conversation is still clear.
I don't know the vocabulary.
Simply be honest. Don't be afraid to tell someone that you don't know what the word for something is. Just describe it. Like, hey, there's one of those things over there. It's like an insect and it's got 8 legs and it's a bit scary. I don't know the word. Oh, you mean a spider? Yeah, that's it. There's a spider. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a spider. A spider? Where? So if you explain the thing with other words, your speaking partner might know the word and can tell you the word, and then you've learned the word. Maybe the word was spider. So yeah, you don't need to be embarrassed about not knowing the words for every single thing in your second language. And if your speaking partner is not a native English speaker, maybe their first language is not your first language, but you're both speaking English together because you both know some English, they know your struggle. They are learning or have learned English too. So they are in the same situation or they have been in that situation before. Even if their level of English is better than yours, they remember what it was like to be at that level. They won't laugh at you, they will empathize. Of course, after all of this, there is still the possibility that you did make a mistake which led to a misunderstanding. So if you've been discussing details which are important for moving on with the next part of a project or a plan, what you can do is at the end of the conversation, just clarify your points. Ask some questions, sum up the main points of the conversation to make sure that your speaking partner has understood and agrees with all of your points before you move on. Now, the problem with conversation and polite society is that it's rude to correct someone's mistakes. So you might be making many small mistakes where your meaning is still understood, but you're making mistakes nonetheless, and your fluency is not quite there. Even with native speakers, if I'm speaking with a native speaker and they make a mistake, I'm not going to say,
"Oh, actually, it should be fewer cars on the road, not less cars on the road, because cars is a countable noun, so you have to say fewer, not less."
Yeah, that would be a sure way to lose friends very quickly. Because of this, the best way to improve and be confident about not making mistakes and just make less mistakes, fewer mistakes in general, is to get a trainer. Get an English trainer who can coach you, who can have conversation practice with you, who you can have conversation practice with, and they will spot all of your common mistakes and they can develop materials and exercises to show you the correct way to say things, whether it be mistakes with grammar, gaps in your vocabulary, or problems with pronunciation. And of course, 4Words has trainers available to help you with this, like me. Okay, so there you go. Don't worry about those mistakes. Go out there, speak, have conversations with confidence. Bye.